तरुणरविनिवास्यां सिंहपृष्ठोपविष्टां कुचभरणमिताङ्गीं सर्वभूषाभिरामाम् अभयवरदहस्ताम् एकवक्त्रां त्रिनेत्रां मदमुदितमुखाब्जां कुब्जिकां चिन्तयामि. Namaskar. I am Sthaneshwar Timalsina, professor at San Diego State University. Last year, we started Vimarsha Foundation with an objective to bring to light to a wider audience, bring an awareness of the teachings found in the Agamas and Nigamas. We offered the first time a course on the Yoga Vasishta, and then we moved to Tripura Rahasya. This is our third course on the Mālinīvijayottara Tantra. Mālinīvijayottara Tantra is the most central text to understand Kashmiri Shaivism or Trika Shaivism. This is one of the essential agamas, and this is quintessential to understanding the Siddha Yogeshwari lineage or the deities from the Trika system. What is so essential about this text is every word there needs deep contemplation, and while the text appears very simple for those familiar with Sanskrit language, even the names require deeper contemplation and reflection to understand the esoteric meaning within the text. The objective of this course is to bring to light the core teachings of the Mālinīvijayottara. We will not be able to address all its aspects, for it has a wider significance and deeper philosophical domains, as one can glean from the writings of the polymath Abhinavagupta. Abhinavagupta did not only compose Sri Tantraloka, a magnum opus on Tantric philosophy relying on the Mālinīvijayottara, he also composed Mālinīvijayottara Vartika, almost 1500 verses, commenting upon the very first verse of the text. Jayanti Jagadananda Vipaksha Kshapana Kshamaha Paramesha Mukhadbhuta Jnana Chandra Marichaya. The depth of the text is sufficient to exemplify that this very single verse is elaborated upon almost 1500 verses in the Vartika. And Abhinavagupta was not done with this. He also composed Tantrasara, Tantrochaya, Tantravatadhanika in most of his tantric works. Even beyond the simple tantric Paddhati text, also in pure epistemological text, we can see the imprints of the Mālinīvijayottara as the benedictory verses that he writes in the Vivritti Vimarshini are actually exposition to the names of 16 Bhairavas. In this course, my objective, my dream is not to extract, or not is even within my reach to extract all the teachings in the Mālinīvijayottara. I am only interested in giving a shortcut, a crash course on the core teachings found in this text. And the first and foremost of the concepts is the idea of Ananda, bliss. Actually, even in the Advaita Vedanta and Tantric Buddhism, Ananda or the bliss is at the core, but the understanding of Ananda is very elaborate and very deep here in the Mālinīvijayottara, and that is what we need to understand within its own broader philosophical context. After addressing this bliss, which actually translates into freedom in this philosophy, we address then what makes us not understand, not recognize our own true nature. And for that, we move to mala, the snares, the pasha, the ties, the bondage. And when we address bondage, the fundamental aspects of bondage, our ignorance and its limiting factors, we move to the essential issue of samavesa. Highly misused and misconstrued term samavesa is not some sort of possession, an entry of some spirit into our body, but it's an entry, an entry into, a merging into the oceanic bliss and being and consciousness, the Shiva nature. And after addressing samavesa, we will discuss three essential means of samavesa, the upayas, the means, the methods. So this course is actually more dedicated to the methods than to discuss just pure philosophy. What are these upayas? Shambhava upaya, Shakta upaya, Anava upaya. Mālinīvijayottara starts from the Anava upaya and then moves to Shakta and ultimately to Shambhava upaya. What are these upayas? One is our external means, approach in which we use our body, our prana, our breath, in order to strive for recognizing our true nature. The second stage, Shakta upaya, is a process of cognition, purifying our thoughts, an epistemic process by means of which we move our attention from the external objects to the innermost being of the self. And then to Shambhava upaya, the approach of pure will, and herein a subject stops all the external or internal activities, actions, and cognition, and then is within the truth suddenly, without any physical or mental approaches, but actually of the cessation of these activities. Mālinīvijayottara is central to the teachings of the Agamas, and Agamas repeatedly stress that purely mental or pure knowledge alone is not sufficient. We also need to have activities, actions, and the mere action is also not sufficient for us to recognize our true nature, as we also need knowledge. So this text from the beginning stresses on the combination of knowledge and action, and the text in its 23 chapters is a through and through course on visualization upon the principles and the categories. Ultimately, just to give a glimpse for the enthusiasts of what these simple names of practice, what the manual for tantric visualization and contemplation looks like, will offer 2 lectures on the Rudras, the 50 names of the Rudras, a deeper contemplation following the work of Abhinavagupta. Accordingly, there will be 13 lectures, and this, I believe, will give a glimpse of what we expect if one were to read a wider literature of the Trika system, and that will, in a side way, incorporate the Spanda and Krama and Mahartha when discussing particularly Shakta Upaya. All these issues will be addressed. I welcome you to come and join with us, and let us explore the Mālinīvijayottara. This course is for anybody who is interested in learning Tantra, philosophy, broader Tantric traditions, meditation, yoga. Anybody who is interested in these topics can come and join us. We do not consider race, ethnicity, gender, age as a requirement. So you are welcome from any part of the globe for whatever the beliefs you are coming from, whatever the culture or language you are coming from. We welcome everybody to this course. You can register to this course by filling out the registration form, and for more information you can visit vimarshafoundation.org and follow the updates. I look forward to seeing all of you in the class. Thank you so much.